Or two.
Yeah, no one really incorporating that Tejo at all on this map. LEVIATAN, it looks like they're going to prod up into this front B area. Maybe just go for a full site exec here.
That smoke will buy a little bit of time, but if Demon 1 is dashing across it, forget the smoke. May it be damned. 85 HP, swinging backside, finding a second, not able to connect on the third, but Khalil has arrived at the scene, and he is dealing plenty of damage. Havoc on the swing, it's all on to Calm. Light armor, a chance to make a play here. Rafa on the tap, he's gonna have one last person he's gonna have to deal with, and that is Havoc. A refresh and a reload of the clip. Utility out, it's a 50-50 game here. Is he sticking it? Is he gonna get it to half? He did get it to half, and the classic clutches. A little flash, a little dash. Maybe something like that. They're still waiting for it. The dash is proc, the swing is there, and there was no utility behind that. Kill traded though.
Yeah, great follow-up. Khalil, he's stuck right now. He's gonna have to TP out. He does so. Right now, although there was some trading going on, FURIA got the short end of the stick. 3 members taking some damage, or two members taking damage at this point.
A lot of the middle of the map has been taken away, and King has been left to hold the line by himself. One found.
No smokes.
What can Rafa do here? Khalil is close by.
Oh, he can get a freebie.
Both a little beaten and a little battered. Remember, Rafa's one of the new additions to the squad, and Calm. Perfect timing on the swing.
Right on time.
Yep. A little bit of damage has been dealt here, but that said, LEVIATAN still have 3 rifles to play around.
Yeah, major ones at that. A Guardian, a Phantom, a Bulldog. Yep. All heavy hitters in the server. I think right now for FURIA, it's just trying to get as many of those weapons out of the hands of LEVIATAN as possible. There was a dart that was shot all the way back towards spawn, that C-long area. It's to make LEVIATAN think that maybe they're set up in the back waiting for exits there. It's a mind game right now. They're forcing them into CT because of that. If this dart doesn't get a scan, oh, it does. That's okay. It could be some damage. There's the damage, though.
That's
another.
I mean,
maybe it was all that mind game as well. That dart from MW's era. Tex contacting in garage, and he's gonna feel the fire right now. Wait, what?
He turns on him. Fortunately for Lev, King was there. He equalized that a little bit. Paranoia will buy some space.
That's still so ridiculous.
Rafa's on the flank though, and there's nothing to cover garage. If they're not facing it, that's a weak spot. Calm has gone all the way back down C-long.
Might have to get out here.
Doesn't have a dart, at least not yet. Meanwhile, Rafa with regen armor trying to fill in. And it's getting messy, it's getting dangerous.
Getting flushed out.
This has trouble written all over it. Kills continue to get traded back and forth. And again, it's Calm in a 1v2.
Oh my goodness.
He's done this before. It was on B last time. This time the dart has been cleared. He was able to stop it, but he got halved. He should get the defuse, but
hey,
messier.
A little bit slow here, but now these are the defining rounds right here. FURIA can take this one away. Their economy will start building.
Oh, watch that TP back in spawn. He stuck it. King is behind enemy lines. Does he? No.
Nope. On top of that, Calm getting a kill with the Sova ultimate on the Havoc. It's going to be a 3v4, but all of C is free.
And look at how slow Khalil has to go through spawn because of the presence that King showed.
And that buys so much time for the spike to get planted and the post-plant positioning to be set up.
I mean, he could literally be anywhere back there right now.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, the rest of FURIA have to be a little pacey about this. They've invested the ult facing the other way. Nowhere really for them to go. One has been cleaned up, the second will fall. And Khalil's left alone.
Amazing use of the Breach ultimate from the tank there.
Agreed. In round 4, too. I mean, you look at that and go, oh, maybe a little early, but I like it.
Yeah, when you look at the money from the side of FURIA, you understand how important this round win is for LEVIATAN. They break the economy here. It's going to be, you know, maybe a couple guns with this one being saved, bought into the next, but, I mean, he's sitting at $100, man. Like, that's rough, bro.
Yeah, he's broke.
And that's Cypher utility. It's not cheap.
Nope.
He's going to have a sheriff, or maybe if someone wants to drop him a weapon, he can get something. But a default this time around from LEVIATAN. Trying to show a new look. been a lot of presence towards C and B. That garage area, I mean, it was getting bullied. I think that's why you saw this adjustment from FURIA. It's a really light investment, but they took all the mid space. Rafa will get taken down because of it. That's no breach util now. You don't have to really worry about that many traps, at least back behind utility.
Freeze here from the defense.
Yeah, waiting for any type of re-aggression from FURIA. A lot of teams tend to try to group up, re-clear some space on the opposite side of where the pick happens. But Khalil, he's the one with the weapon. He's the one that it all is riding on for FURIA. Can he clutch up?
Big spot here. He's the only one with a rifle. That smoke will provide a little cover. Only finds one.
Great trade.
That was really their one saving grace, if there was to be one for FURIA, and doesn't really get the value that it needed to have.
Yeah, he would have had to go absolutely massive.
Calm.
Calm, that's going massive right now in the back line.
Calm covering the flank.
Yep. Who would have thought?
Havoc upgrading to a Sheriff.
I think they may have heard him as well. The Demon One dialed in, but what was that?
Yeah, you don't see that very often. Not against a guy like Demon One either.
That was so fast.
For FURIA, though, here, a possibility to answer back. They have an op in the hands of Havoc. They have 4 ults to play around, and Heat's 1 pip away from his.
Calling so far from King has been really good, along with the firepower he's been having on this roster as well.
They want to fight short. Khalil's been inserted. As the smoke dissipates.
Yeah, they're sticking around here, too. It's pretty good that they bait out a drone. Demon One doesn't want to peek this long area. They know that there is an operator in play. And with that drone not seeing anybody towards A, they might think that it is posted at C.
They're committing. They planted a smoke to try to obfuscate the exit. And one of them did not make it across. Keep a close eye on King. TP's away. Smoke now refreshed. Meanwhile, the rest of LEVIATAN have gotten up onto B.
Tex wins a crucial 1v1.
They have a lot of options here. They can choose to stick B. They can funnel towards A, but they decide to stay.
They do bait out the Sova ultimate. Demon One with the knives popped.
About 40 seconds left in the round. Atanka's down.
Sorry, that's Havoc with the knives pop.
My ultimate is
Tex,
I mean, Tex
hard.
Yeah. 2 high impact frags in this round so far.
Round winning. And he's still going for more.
Yeah,
The Cypher ultimate paints the picture.
Whether or not it was round winning is yet to be decided as Tex gets put down.
Do you expect Demon One? Do you expect the second?
This 3v3 here, King holding the line as Rafa on the swing. Crouch provides a little bit of cover. King's under a lot of pressure here. Demon One is very patiently playing his time here. He has not gotten aggressive, and now he's left in a 1v2. He's got a rifle. He spotted one. The blade's through. He's going to push into the smoke, and Khalil overwhelms him. The defuse goes the way of FURIA.
And it's a walk down with a cam as well. Oh, no cam, actually.
It's Heath that's on the move.
Almost connects.
You talked about how good Calm has been with the ults. Not really finding a ton of value there.
It almost was there.
And so what have FURIA done on the other side of this? They've gotten their Cypher deep down C-Long. Now they can rotate off of this. They have the triplets covering Garage, too.
The op is just repositioned, picking up that front B line. Breach is able to lean over towards that A. That short smoke was definitely heard from the side of FURIA, but it's all a ruse for now. I think there's going to be a re-clear on this C area, and Heat right now, if he gets flushed out, it's not going to be looking good for him, but already a heavy lean back towards C.
Yeah.
It's a fake.
Havoc is the first one here.
It's a fake. Wait, a good bait, though.
Are they going to bite? Heat's now starting to move. They hear the rotations away, and Atan gets caught.
But somehow Tex wins another 1v1.
MW up close. Tex gets another?
30 seconds left.
It's ridiculous.
20 HP now. The op has arrived at the site.
Oh, you gotta be careful here.
Looking for a life to take. But nothing allowed.
Might be his own right here. Here's the head-to-head. He whiffs.
And now they know where he is. Anybody utility to try to flush him out. The second dip is good onto Demon One. What else can they do around this breach utility? If they've got the stun, that'll creep them out just a little bit. But there's still so much more to be done. King down in hell and taking him with him. They've never really had footing, have they?
Not at all. Another A-side default. This time Omen TPing to the close left corner. He was in a cubby last time, maybe not trying to get flushed out. This is way more decisive as well from LEVIATAN. In previous defaults, they haven't really peeked long A like that, but they know since there's no operator, Demon One's confident to take that fight against a Sheriff or a Marshal, whatever it could be. Now some garage presence being shown. It's going to be a drone from Calm. A smoke off of the seaside as well, so really being methodical about what you're clearing out and what information you're denying. I mean, that makes two players have to stay in C because they're so worried. Here's a drone to re-clear, but LEVIATAN are already all grouped up A.
I mean, especially in a map like Haven, those little denials of information matter so much more. Havoc tries to catch a quick one on detect, steals a little bit of damage, just a chip. 40 HP for the Sentinel. And now they're trying to brute force their way out onto this site. They have resistances that are here, but the thing is they are ill-equipped.
Seconds left.
These Sheriffs not really providing any value. The Spike now playing it, MW and Khalil, the two that remain.
Great calling from King. I have to say it. Yeah, the drone re-cleared garage, and then FURIA painted the picture. Okay, yeah, LEVIATAN are going towards A, but they're all already there. This is just mission impossible right now for FURIA. You're just going to die to the Spike here. Hopefully you can get a Sheriff headshot somewhere. Maybe. But Tex is actually going for the kills. I think Khalil maybe posted for him. A nice shot. He could take that upgrade if he wants.
Or he can just keep taking names.
Yeah. There's two weapons that they can get, though.
And I think that's a call. They're going to try to get out.
Here that LEVIATAN are just too confident at this moment. They're up 2-6. They could really just afford to run it down at this point.
I thought Rafa would have an early stun to try to keep him back, but it's late. Meanwhile, Demon One is fully pushing forward.
It's a beautiful entry, and now MW Zera has to get out of dodge.
King is in heaven. Drops down to hell now. The site was never safe.
Just overwhelming FURIA.
Spike planted.
And much like has been the case for the majority of this half, it starts, and then in the blink of an eye, the round is effectively over.
It's just so interesting to see how the game has adapted, and we're not even seeing a Teo on this map. But the pacing that we've seen in VCT this year, it's been just so much more aggressive.
It feels faster, yeah.
It's really a different game. LEVIATAN with full confidence, full steam ahead. They just roll over the entire A site. And that entry was beautiful from Demon One. Yeah, he gets traded out, but Rafa, he's stuck in short with breach utility. I mean, it's just not really many places you could use that for yourself.
No.
Discombobulated.
I mean, it looks like they're going to try again.
At this time, Sova a little bit closer to Havoc.
He's got regen armor.
Here's a dart. Oh, gets broken before he stands. Havoc.
Box to dash, peeks out and drops King. Well done.
Filthy.
There's a little bit of crunch coming in from short, too.
That was not pretty, Doug.
No, the newest addition to Lev. On the punish.
The only upside here is for FURIA, there is no smokes you have to worry about. You can play in a little bit longer angles, maybe even A heaven if you want. But instead, MW Zera, he's playing so up close and personal. This Cypher ult's gonna fish everybody out.
And the timing couldn't be any better. They were pushing down mid.
I mean, you can throw a sight smoke down, but they know you're not back sight, buddy.
Speeding up towards C now with the paranoia. I believe that tagged everyone. Havoc's in a really good spot to make a play.
What a clutch smoke.
He's got to stay quiet, though, concealing his position. Slowly spammed out and dropped. Heads up play by Comp, but the punch is coming back.
Spike down.
Now Heat in a 1v2.
Jeez.
That's such a tough clutch to win. Too, so he was convinced that there was someone close by.
He knew. Another attempt at an A fight for FURIA. Havoc, another entry.
Nicely done as Havoc gets another. Settling on the third.
And you know what?
What was different this round compared to the last couple? Because it seemed like the approach was the same.
You know what the difference was? Havoc just basically said, I've had enough, all right? I've had enough of losing. I'm going to take things into my own hands. And I'm going to try to carry this round. I'm going to do my job as a duelist to get us going, get us back into the game.
There was a drone out from MW.
As many as he can. Because that's the type of game that FURIA are in right now.
Havoc's trying to go fast again. The dash and the blades. Tex is there. Not only the blades, but they're also getting flushed out by the ult from MW.
Off your feet!
An op was posted C-long as well from Khalil. That reach ult gets nothing, but it does give them info that no one is here.
That's just a reactionary intuition ult, it seems like. They thought they were funneling down B-long.
I mean, it worked out on that bonus round, but
Careful, calm. Deep fight down C-long. And now freeze from Lev.
yeah. Pretty unnecessary as well from Rafa. I do have to say, you're up 2.
I mean, that would have secured the round if he gets it, but yeah, you're right. It feels like...
Yeah, but if you go down there, I mean, you basically give a chance back to Lev, who have been doing great on contacting into spots, getting picks. I mean, look at King right now on the mini-map. This is just a distraction. If you can kill one, that's great.
No
but
way
King
he
is
gets
going to...
one. Then there's King pushing up, as you mentioned, all the way up garage.
And he can get more right now. Look at this breach. Rafa's stuck.
They're clawing their way back into this thing. Rafa is now down. This was a 5v3 and has now gone back the way of the attack.
Mr. Do-It-All.
Planted.
But now even at 2 apiece, Heat creeping forward. Calm left alone.
Of course.
He's hit one 1v2, failed the other, and an opportunity to do it again.
And a dart coming up as well. 2 seconds.
The first shock will connect. Havoc so weak, second through, and now the dart. It's all about the swing and the fight. Now he's dinked the first one. Can he get the second? Remember how weak Havoc is. Off the
To hold a lot of these angles, maybe get the defensive side operator up into his own hands. And he's so quick with it. Just like Havoc taking this garage.
a stun and a dart.
Yeah, but you know Calm is here.
That's a second shock, and that doesn't feel much better. Havoc is stubborn, isn't he?
Yeah, he is for sure. But he knows he's got to take him out.
Sticks around, takes the fight and wins it. But weak here. This is a tough angle on the swing, man.
Crispy.
He was just trying to rotate.
Now FURIA know that. They know that they cut off one of the rotators. Demon One is now aggressing that A main lobby area.
And he's gotten pretty far. And the thing is, those trips, anything else to cover that is really deep.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more real estate he can gain before he's caught or punished.
And I think Khalil is posted on it, but not anymore. Demon One does find the timing. He takes out Heat.
And now they know there's pressure from either side. King has to win this fight just to give him a chance, and he does. 5 HP, though, and now he falls.
Amazing shock.
Demon
They're
One
doubling up.
in a 1v3, and they've got him spotted and surrounded. And that persistence is rewarded by an anti-eco.
Oh.
Heavy investment here.
He does get scanned by the dart, so Leviathan do know that all of A long is gathered from FURIA. It's a heavy A side default. That's why you saw Tex on the minimap taking all that C space. He's pushed up so far.
This lean towards A, if it ends here, could be trouble.
Yeah. Drone clears out the lower part of short A, but with that Omen smoke coming out, now you are left wondering.
There's a lot of presence here. There's not a lot of guns, but the personnel is close by. They've got to win these gunfights out.
Good trades.
That 1-for-1 will work out.
I think
Tex
they
is
know.
still on the other side of the map, too.
Foolish.
Yeah, Tom gets caught. King does, too. And that will secure the round. So FURIA, they navigate the pistol through their persistence, excuse me, and get through this relatively cleanly. We talked about it at the beginning. It was a heavy investment. There were 3 Vandals and 2 Bulldogs, and barring some heroics from Tex, they will carry those over.
Yeah. They definitely played the gun advantage perfectly in that moment. It's Leviathan had it stacked, but you're just so limited on where you can play. And
Yeah.
if FURIA just contact up A long like they stint.
Yeah, you're right. The lack of investment does not mean the round is secured. that might mean the round is secured.
Calm sees the cage popped out. He's going for the spam, and he takes Heat right out of the server.
A clear of the trip. Lever here, though.
Yeah, there's 3 players here.
Utility out. The dash procced. He knows where he is. If they try to crunch, this is trouble. They can get pushed through garage. It can get pushed through long, or they can get dropped before the crunch even starts. A great paranoia in exchange. I mean, they have to think twice here. I don't know that there's a way in.
You're kind of forced to have to hold W, though, because you don't know what's going on at A with that early pick on Heat. MW.
Creeping forward, contacting up. In a spot like this, 1 kill found 2. Off the flash, looking for the second, and Tex will fall.
Great spray from the tank.
A 3v2. FURIA not committing to the spike plant quite yet. Looking to see if they can find any other free kills. Khalil still has a stinger.
Still so difficult. Tom, he might get a dart up. Some pop shots into the smoke. He knows something's afoot. Gives that dart. Oh, man.
But is
the
he
reload,
fully convinced?
dog.
The reload gives it away. You're right. And now Demon 1 falls. Attack is left in a 1v2.
Call from Rafa to go the other way. And having members sit outside of A as well to identify if there is a stack. That dart and Omen smoke. I think that makes it a little bit of a question mark for FURIA. They don't want to mess with that yet.
That's really bold. Calm just took a timing to peek through the Omen smoke down A because of what the cam saw C. And that instantly calls for their rotations back.
This contact style.
They've got to be careful here. This spike is up really far.
Oh, there's the jump spot.
And they're set apart here.
Yeah, with that breach stun coming out, all of FURIA decide to back up. The Outlaw still posted.
Here.
But look, while all that happened, front B was gathered by Heat. He's posted up now. It's going to be a re-clear of A. They're taking full map control right now. There's pings on B from Leviathan, but Calm, he's going to get flashed off this angle. And if he drops here, it's a free A site.
It's a delicate and elegant dance that FURIA are putting on right now.
They're dancing around him right now. You see the Leviathan players in spawn going back and forth. Should we go A? Should we not? And they're committing. They're sticking to this C site.
I don't know that saw him.
No, they're going back and forth.
Yeah, they're rotating back anyway.
Dog, they're going to be here.
20 seconds left in the round.
I still don't know what FURIA is doing.
After all this back and forth, A and C and A and C, it's very likely that they end B.
Yeah, Heat walked through.
Havoc getting one. The spike getting planted. The trip catching Calm. And now Havoc has to understand that there's at least one more.
Yeah, he's pinched.
Calm's looking to chase him down. Can he settle shots with the Sheriff? Yes, he can, right between his eyes. But they've gotten the spike down.
And they've gotten spawn.
Fully clearing everything out. Again, on the Sheriffs. The need for a play, and they're just not connecting. Unless it's Calm. But a 1v3, 17 HP. This decision right here, it looks like they're just trying to save the Outlaw to get in the hands of Demon 1. That feels like an op setup play for a couple of rounds.
Yeah, definitely. But I think he's just going to fight here to the death, maybe. Maybe try to yoink a rifle, because I think Demon 1 does have enough money. Whoa!
The flash to get Demon 1 on the aggressive line, but the other one's towards A.
And he's so aggressive. Is he going to face check this Omen smoke with an operator?
As one does.
It looks like he wants to. I mean, once this starts fading, if he's scoped in, he gets a kill for sure.
He doesn't even have the dash proc. What?
Oh, this is off the cam. We saw a trap play like this.
Paranoia off the swing, and they've overstayed their welcome. King gets 2, Calm gets another.
Nice trap play. The Soval to back it all up as well.
They found my wire.
Demon 1 pushed all the way up C long as well. MW and Heat left to their devices. It is a free B site, but Leviathan are okay with this. They'll play the 5v2 retake.
1000%.
There's just no way.
That's
just no way.
Offensive is what that is. That looked magnetic. He's going to get a second, and all of a sudden the security of the round continues to dwindle. It's going to take more heroics from Heat, though, if they want to win this. 3 for King.
Heavily with his pickup.
Lev still hanging on to this lead. A lot of noise towards C.
Yeah, a big change of pace, a fast rush. Dart scans both players on site.
And Havoc punishes. Khalil does too. They've gotten everything they want.
Poor Demon 1, he was just chilling in the smoke. He gets spammed down and the Soval connects onto him.
Again, some of these rounds are ending as soon as they start.
And it's honestly a pretty good call from FURIA. Rafa, he's been doing an A default for the past 3-4 rounds. It's been very slow approaches to the rounds as well.
Yeah.
A big change of pace at a crucial moment to win a round.
Just when it felt like Lev get to a point where they can maybe create a little bit of separation. Furia just stick around.
Shut down.
Calm is just on one right now, 23 and 12.
Not too bad.
He's just headshotting everybody.
Lev. The setup for a push mid.
And it's perfect. The spray through the wall, the up down. What an answer back as well.
I mean, in almost the exact same form to the previous round.
One enemy remaining.
Heat's been spotted. Rafa's been dealt with.
And Calm is still alive.
That, again, that feels almost identical to
Smoke coming out from King as well to cut off any sight line in the back. And it's a dash short.
Stunts traded, and both jets are close. They're right here. Now they've invested the rolling thunder.
So we'll see.
To get up high, and we're guessing as to what happened, but Demon 1 wins the duel.
Demon 1 happened.
Heat goes down,
Oh,
and this might be the finishing touches on the map. The weapon has been upgraded, and now the side is theirs to take. Rafa left in a 1v3 with ult in hand and Spike. A second consideration of the plant. He's got some time to play this out.
and he has an ultimate available as well. If he can get a pick, maybe invests it, maybe clutches it out.
That's such a tough decision.
It would have to be a split-second one at that.
50 seconds left.
He still has enough time to try to get a pick before he goes for this spike plant.
I mean,
but-
he could also leave.
Oh, he's done.
Wait, he's not. Ooh. Relatively quiet return to the stage for the 2023 Champs MVP. That said, though, Lever in this fight.
Yeah, they're trying to set him up right now. All this is for Demon 1. He's going to be the front line here. Calm. He does break that drone.
And there's a lot of presence. I mean, all four of them are here. They want to take this fight.
And most teams in this situation would take that C site for free. That's why you see King use that ultimate, but he knows no one's there. Now, doubt in the minds of LEVIATAN.
Oh no, by process of elimination, they have to understand it's C, and that's why they're starting to huddle up that way. The smoke first out, but the dash through. Disrespecting the early bit of utility and investing some of their own. That TP back from Khalil could be everything. MW's down. Heat is too. But again, he's got to be pacey about this. He's got to accelerate this if he wants to make a play.
Player standing.
But it's just too little, and it's just too late. Khalil, the 1v4, now spotted, now positioned, given away, but he's stunned, and he's dealt with.
Against FURIA on the last map, I mean, it could be a very bad start.
I'm trying to think about the last time we saw a split that didn't have at least one breach.
Yeah.
It's been a little while.
Or Hiteo.
Yeah, that smoke towards Mail suggests that they want to go into ropes. Khalil's
Jeez.
on the other side, but he's not around for long.
You know how risky it is to walk through that mid-smoke?
Who knows what's waiting on the other side. Great kill from Tex as well.
Yeah, Sagewall used B, but it's already a 5v3 for the attacking side. LEVIATAN, they've looked so sharp so far. I mean, Tex just one tap Havoc in A main. Wasn't even close. But again, just to talk about that walk through the mid-smoke, if there's a setup there, if there's firepower behind it, you're dead. It's such a gamble. And sometimes that's what these pistol rounds come down to.
And if they consistently fall your way, then
Yeah.
sure.
That Sage wall breaking is going to be the cue for everybody to do the B execute. And this is just going to be so hard to retake into. King still has that Omen flash. This dog is clearing out a lot of space. Only a raise nade and a dog used to take sight.
The dog may have even gotten a little bit of suspicions of where Rafa is.
Yeah.
Still choosing to play in the smoke, though.
This is a full post-plant setup right now. FURIA, all they have is a molly and 2 heals, man. You gonna heal your way into the site, Doug?
Can't imagine that'll work. That flash is set up for a little bit of a swing. Calm and Demon 1, ex-teammates reunited. Side by side as they effectively secure this pistol for Lev.
It's flawless. Been on, honestly. Tier 2 duelist for the guard, going over to a sentinel role. He's made that change. Looks so good. A 1-3-1 approach for Furia.
A little bit of curiosity.
That flash, identifying that there are at least some players in B main. That prompts the walk up in mid.
Yeah, so 1-3-1 for Lev. They've gotten so far up off the dog to clear out ropes.
So smart.
But again, it's a curiosity from Furia that has them here still. Off of the contact, you imagine there's a flash setup, but patience.
Yeah, Calm knows, man.
He's left alone. He's got a lot to deal with on his own. But I love how they play that. He didn't really have a weapon that you wouldn't mind dropping.
Yeah, they don't care if he falls there. Same with Tex. Both players playing isolated. If either drops, they'll just react the other way.
And those, I mean, that decision alone just shows some of the preparation and how thoroughly LEVIATAN are thinking about the game. How many times have we seen a player isolated with the wrong gun?
Yeah.
It gets picked up by the other team, and all of a sudden, who knows what happens?
Smart investments. Just gonna be a shooting range here for King with this Guardian. Having to play a little bit of duck hunt. Which rope? They've had it up. Tex.
One enemy remaining.
He's gonna try to finish out this round by himself. Havoc does take him out though.
Progress towards the ult.
Yeah. Hey, this time around, LEVIATAN holding on to the majority of the guns that they invested into this round. And Calm, he's sitting at $3,500. He can upgrade to a Phantom if he wishes and still buy the next round. With the structure that LEVIATAN already has on a map like this can really make him shine. We're gonna have to find out.
We will see if that is the case. He is the tip of the spear so far. Flashes, but no speeding up behind it. No satchels out. Nothing of the sort. As Heat has been perfectly segmented, playing in between the walls, and the spam out from Havoc will punish.
One of the 3 Phantoms from the side of Furia. It is going to be an upgrade of the Vandal onto Demon 1 though. Doesn't have any more armor. Those Phantom sprays chipping him away. A big head-to-head here, Khalil. You got to be careful here, man. If you fall, you're giving a way back in for LEVIATAN.
The fact that he jump peeked that after was
Crazy.
bold.
Yeah. The gall you have to have.
Again, a spam kill.
A spam kill. That smoke going up a little too late. Could have definitely worked against Heat. Gets a little bit fortunate there.
Fury have the advantage, but the round is far from secure. Proactively taking some of the space towards A. This fight is big. Calm has to win this out. Instead, the Satchels trying to dissuade and trying to push them back. They know where the hit is going to be coming from. 13 seconds left. Looking to find a way to commit. If Havoc plays his timing perfectly, he can secure the round on his own. But it's only 1 kill found.
Not a lot of time.
Reinforcements arriving as King holds the line. 3 on the round for him. Khalil left in a 1v2. Members weak on the side of the attack. A winnable clutch. But he's got no armor, Dre. He does have a smoke to play around. Spots a gun barrel. And that's all it is.
Yeah, but King has his smoke up now, too. They're just going to double swing right here.
We'll catch that one next time.
He's built different.
2 Buckies for Furia.
Here.
In the hands of Heat and MW.
Man, Lev have just been outplaying Furia on both attacking halves. And this time it's not that crazy of clutches. I mean, yeah, King had a big moment right there. But it's not a 1v2 from Calm that wins you the pistol round. It's way more clean. I feel like Furia maybe a little bit of those nerves setting in. First match at VCT. You just flew in like you stated.
Yeah, they haven't been here long. Again, they were forced to field a sub-roster.
Yeah.
Which they did exceptionally well, by the way. Someone signed those guys. But they didn't they didn't play.
And also starting on the defensive side, 2 maps in a row, you're not really able to set any type of pace. You're kind of playing to the other team's will.
They're going to challenge us, MW, Bucky.
30 seconds left.
A little bit of a misfire there.
It was too deep. I don't think he caught him. MW gets 2. And now the flash in the smoke. The reaggress. They're TPing out. I don't know that that was the plan, but this has worked out nicely.
Yeah.
The problem is he's by himself, and they're not fully convinced that that's where it is. So all of the defense is heading A, but the spike being planted B.
Spike planted.
It's still going to be so hard to pull off if you're FURIA.
Heat is upgraded a weapon. MW has as well.
Does have that Viper. Spit still online. King still has the paranoia.
It's just gone from impossible to unlikely, but there's still a chance. Com's timing is gorgeous. Tex is there with him.
Last player standing.
What? Rafa running out of spawn like a Rambo, just on his lonesome. The economy all of a sudden for Leviathan, it's dwindling down.
Eyes on Demon 1 here. A little bit of exploring towards mid, and again, it's the Frenchman who punishes first.
Heat has been getting taken out in this vent area, either 1 for 1 or just dropping for free a lot.
Which is fine if you're running a double control comp like they are, but it's still far from ideal.
Yeah, I mean,
That wall is great.
it's good for a little bit of delay, but Demon 1 getting over the top of that.
But honestly, it did what it needed to do. They weren't able to fully continue to flood out. It was just enough of a pause for him to be able to punish from screens. Or from spawn, excuse me.
Yeah, and for Khalil to sneak out here onto the actual site itself.
Exactly. Rafa's still in a very good spot. Khalil is finding value off of that peak, but that double face like that, Demon 1 again, finding another
Enemy remaining.
king up in heaven. TP not followed. MW, a 1v3.
30 seconds left.
Such a storied player in a clutch situation, but not able to contain the...
Maybe this time he'll play a little bit more passive. But if he gets taken out again, he's really just dying by the sword.
Khalil on this off angle is just tricky to deal with, but you're in a one and done.
Yeah, no one's here. Look at the rotation on the mini-map now.
I have to spike. Satchel out.
Members will be here close enough for the retake, but this nade will delay it.
I've got your
I mean, that's
trail.
textbook. The paranoia out, the double satchels, and the nade, but now Fury can try to flood in behind it. The Seekers pop, but the rocket is perfect for the delay.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to do anything off of this. Just the fear alone of popping that ultimate. Look at how much space he's gathered. He has all of spawn even.
I mean, he had cabbages of his own that he could follow. Now he's been inserted so deep. Demon 1. His kill is big, and it's
Jeez.
snappy. Rafa down. Furia down.
Just easy work right now for Leviathan. Khalil, he's so far pushed up. Again, these 1v1 exchanges. Yeah, he gets a kill, but the trade is right there from Lev. And then it's a free B site. And you just look at the mini. Much benefit from running the Sage in this composition for the way that Leviathan are playing. I mean, you're walling certain areas off, I get it, but I think the way that Leviathan are taking their time with certain areas of the map, taking space with one another, it's not really getting the value. Even when he used it in that vent area, it got broken instantly.
Busted by for the defense. A little bit of presence mid, and again, it's Heat. Who's been picked on.
Oh, no way.
Oh, is he going to TP behind them? Is there a flash setup? There was. And
Wow.
again, Heat's down.
And that smoke was still popped up on his screen, but it wasn't for Leviathan members. A good reaction from Furia, though.
Yeah, a little bit of push and pull. Now Rafa, only one found. Havoc falls too.
He gets caught switching his weapon.
And now the site is open. Furia in a position, though,
30 seconds
to maybe
left.
make something out of this. A rifle for MW, a rifle for Khalil. This fight is everything, though, and it's, again, it's set apart. I mean, it's alone. MW's dry swinging that. Khalil hasn't even gotten halfway across the map yet.
And I just feel like the members of FURIA just a little bit out of it at this moment. Maybe feeling that.
Maybe this is the response to some of that mid-aggression, but Demon 1 is one of his own, and it's towards B. And that thing can still sing.
That was so fast. I don't think Khalil even saw him on his screen. That's how quick that shot was.
It's a notable investment that FURIA put into this op as well.
And another first blood. So risky of Heat to jump spot that angle. You know an op just killed your teammate. Viper's Pit invested. He's not having none of that.
Still confident in their ability to win this round. FURIA double down.
I mean, Doug, even that jiggle right there to spot out somebody close. I mean, that is just... Lev are on another level right now. Good res.
That's now the second ult they've put into this, and we're back on equal footing.
Look, everyone's going towards this vent to A.
It's a deep smoke. Havoc's ult. Oh, it's so good! So good. Connects onto 2. I mean, they've clawed their way back into this one. It seemed like a done deal, but Havoc gets 4 and FURIA. Oh, and then obviously the res, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was a Rocket that won it, but it was far more competitive because of that.
I mean, denying all of that B forced them into A.
Look at what they just tried doing. They dropped a deep smoke into spawn and then popped a fake TP ult. Now look at what MW has to do. They just have to dog their own spawn.
And that gives you practically a free B site. It's going to be the head-to-head. Havoc does win it against Demon 1.
But if they can't win these fights on site, none of it's gonna matter. Leverage deep into their playbook, but only 1 kill found. And the thing is, they don't really have control over the site right now either. It's King left in a 1v3, and the op again for Rafa.
Haven't seen him get a kill on it yet. LEVIATAN understanding where the Sage is now in B Heaven. I mean, essentially using so many pieces of utility. What is that random swing from MW into the Viper wall? Maybe he was trying to line up a timing with Havoc, but it just wasn't there.
Jaws comes off the angle.
You hate to see it. And Havoc, oh my gosh.
To timing it out on his side, and now Havoc, you're right.
Everyone getting timing right now.
In a world of hurt, manages to satchel away. And gets a spam shot in exchange. Sure.
Yeah, good, man.
Why not?
Good for you, Havoc. Good for you, man. That's insane. Even numbers, just like that.
That pesky little wall is still causing problems towards B.
But they're going to see that Rafa is on an island here, and they have a free B site.
They're doubling down on this, even though they know the rotations are coming over back B. Tex is a little bit behind on this, but they've invested the pit. Spike finally down. And Khalil is ahead of this in the pit already, looking to make a play, continuing to push forward. Calm waiting on the other side with Shorty in hand. He's been in the pit so long, the decay has surely got him down to nothing. Situation on a knife's edge. Again, keep an eye on Khalil. He's starting to flank around. Tex is waiting on the other side. Havoc is now dealt with. He's now down. Calm gets a spam on.
Really like that. You feed Tex's ult.
And his ego.
And his ego. What a funny guy.
Fast towards A here. Really fast towards A, but MW has gone unchecked. I thought the flash was going to be good, but the reinforcements are better.
Calm doing the
I've got
classic.
your trail.
Lurk in mid. Seekers pop. Tex hasn't skipped a beat.
Oh,
another headshot.
The alpha male strikes again.
Yeah, he does. Maybe once more.
Flash up in heaven. Khalil
Jeez.
disposed of. And this is surely a save. This is the round.
Planted.
Lev will get to 8.
And it really just looks like FURIA has to do the absolute most in order to win rounds. LEVIATAN. Oh, man.
There's a rocket kill you were looking for, but it's actually Havoc who lands it. They draw up a little aggression and they punish. Lev caught asleep at the wheel and now on their back foot. Deep smoke flash on the other side. The spike rotating back towards B, where Heat is waiting. Tough angle. Oof. You don't get many shots like that.
Good bait of the one-way. Once mid-presence is shown from FURIA, that's going to be Tex's cue to maybe walk up a little bit. Try to find a kill on that A main. If he was able to do that, maybe you split into A at that moment. But the proactivity from FURIA on this defensive side, it's looking really good. They pushed all the way through B. Should cause a heavy lean towards A.
The smoke is late. Rafa's timing could be huge here.
Oh.
Move, man.
Yeah. Get out of my way, bro.
There's the timing. Oh, but he was looking the wrong way. And now they're going to rotate back into it as the smoke goes down. Gunfire erupts. And King walks away on top.
Free B site. Texas still A as well.
MW's in a position to maybe make a play, but you're right. Tex unknowingly could secure the round.
Spike planted.
Flanking the flanker. Oh, wait a
But
second.
the timing is big here. The timing is really big out from MW. He's going to get one pop of secrets, and now he's going to know there's one on the other side. But Tex strikes once more.
Last player standing.
Furious still not really in a position to will their way back into this. Blue's going to have to 1v3. He's gotten one, and that's all.
Passion in that B main, but it's just too late at that point.
We've said this many a time. They need to win this pistol. There's really no other way to paint that picture. Or else this will be, quite frankly, a really sad debut for a team that had a lot of expectations and a lot of hopes.
And the stage wall got broken here. There's a little bit of a gap in it, but Havoc, he will take out Demon 1.
Rafa took a lot of damage there, but the double heals allows him to get topped off too.
Yeah.
Calm with a second, the spike all the way up in heaven. Quietly too.
There's a lot riding on Texas' shoulders right now.
Where in the world are they going?
If he doesn't get overwhelmed by many players peeking him, he could get a couple kills, maybe even the score, give his teammates a chance that are so far away.
Against 5?
I mean, he has to. He has no choice right now.
Dodges the flash, somehow still alive, a little left, a little right, can't find anything.
Spike planted.
King can.
Piss off.
And all of a sudden, there's a shot at this.
One enemy remaining.
What?
They've ripped this thing back out of their hands.
How?
It seemed done, it seemed dealt with, it seemed dusted. But Rafa in a position all the way down to 1v1, and of course, it doesn't seem likely. Satchels up, flash out, space taken. Smoke arriving on time from King across the map. Drops 2 here.
For you.
Only thing that's gone across has been Khalil. Calm's in a tough spot, the swing out, and there it is. Calm's gonna fall too. Can he upgrade the weapon?
Yeah, but Doug, we've seen this before. We've seen FURIA be up numbers.
You're not wrong.
Do you think they can do it this time?
I don't want to answer that question. Quiet creeps across the site. The spikes checking spawn. They're not fully comfortable, and they do have some time to think this through. How do they manufacture a round win?
I don't know, man. This time might have been working against them as well.
The freeze might just do it. A 4v2. Tex and King.
30 seconds left.
That's not again. Not again. Tex is still here, and they still don't know he's here. I mean, maybe you suspect it given the cage going up, but Tex's position again is everything, and now it's a 2v2. 13 seconds left. The spikes hasn't been planted. They've done it again.
2v4.
And it's again a lot of the same pace, but this time the paranoia from King is just so good.
Yeah, it denies all that space for the time being.
Bomb buddy out.
And now a second attempt from FURIA to take what they were looking for at the beginning, but it's so expensive. They're having to invest so much utility.
Yeah.
Just now creeping up. They try to clear the trip. The kills, excuse me, are traded.
Down A.
And Calm arrives at the scene of the crime, but the spike still not made its way out. Khalil once again ahead of everything, but in a position to potentially strike.
And Heat did just that as well, taking out the enemy Sky. And they want this so bad. They're playing it so disciplined this time around.
Khalil's really far up, as has been the case. Now committing to the spike plant. One rifle on the board for the defense in the hands of Demon One.
Not again.
Rafa's weak. He's very weak. This just gets so much harder as the spike ticks away.
Yeah, I think Leviathan are just going to go for exits at this point. Heat takes things into his own hands, gets proactive, kills Tex in the vent. But yeah, Leviathan weren't going for the retake this time around. And finally, FURIA convert a man-up advantage situation. Calm, he's going to try to do as much damage as he can. Might be able to freeze, Doug.
They just haven't been able to convert. Deep smoke towards A. You hear that orb getting picked up.
Opting to put it on the Sage. That should be called out by somebody from Leviathan. It's a heavy mid-presence.
And Lev are hell-bent on controlling this area of the map. They had the Viper orb. They refreshed it with the Omen smoke.
And something I want to talk about while the action isn't really happening is what Stellar was talking about in his interview. Look at the layers that Leviathan have, even in that mid-hold. Viper Molly comes out. There's a Sky in the smoke to help you out. In the previous round, when FURIA went Heaven, you had the Omen paranoia. You still have a trip set up. A lot of different layers in the defensive side. But Heat snags that kill and screens on the Calm. 50-50 going their way.
Tex is still here. He's by himself, sure, but they've walled off spawn, so they're going to have to clear that out, and that's a timing window for FURIA to accelerate.
Good slow, good flash.
Is really nice. I thought it might be just a little short and he'd get away with it, but once they sniff him out, they hunt him down.
That was a cracked execute. Even the Sage slow over the top to deny a player that's anchoring in there to get out.
And it seems like Lev are just going to save this one out.
Yeah, not going for the 3v5 this time. Maybe can scavenge some kills.
Cover going out.
And that tank is one away from his ult.
Would be nice for him to get that online. That execute from FURIA, that was really nice. I would love to see how that kill went from Heat onto Calm, his counterpart. Not sure if he just snuck right through his smoke. But Calm was all the way in screens when that happened, so that opening was great. The Sage slow with the Sky Flash elbow.
B here.
Yeah, this is a fast B hit. That Sage slow is going to take out all of Heaven.
Off of the flash, the satchels through the paranoia, paving the way, and Havoc with the rocket. I don't think he realizes he's there on the other side. It's going to be a little too high. King playing around the box and punishing Havoc. They try to speed it up, but they run into a brick wall. But maybe the second attempt will be what breaks it. Calm double dipping, opportunistic in his swing. Again, an advantage the way of the defense. He might stick this. He knows he's there, cancels it out. And a freeze to the round. A minute left here.
I like this lurk smoke a lot from Heat. Yeah, you can play on the right side of it if you're on the defensive side, but it blocks off all of Heaven, and he's just deposited right now. The problem here is the Cypher utility on A hasn't been trampled with at all. It's still set up. Ooh, Khalil. He was looking at minimap. He was looking at minimap.
Slow on the trigger.
So unfortunate. You could see his head just look to the left for a moment.
Yeah.
Last player standing.
And now it's just Rafa with the spike in a 1v4 up in Heaven. The little side still go down with nothing more than a whimper.
Wow, look at King. He's ready with an Omen Flash. He was looking towards that A ramp. Had noise been made, he would have used it off the rip, but now he has a chance to use it in the mid round. That one-way cam is still up. Oh, he sees 1A main.
It's always the feet.
Demon One's ready. He wants a kill right here.
As that orb goes up, I mean, the timing on that's perfect. They're starting to rotate back mid. It's very well handled. While Lever trying to re-clear this A ramp area. Hello. And that's a duelist by himself. Meanwhile, the spike, the rest of Fury are headed towards B.
But it's delayed by the molly from Calm.
Are they going to try to go back A? Oh, Khalil!
Shadows.
Crispy shots, and now the Sage Wall up towards stairs. B is theirs.
30 seconds left.
Busted the site wide open. Havoc can't connect. But with that Sage Wall being used in B Heaven, there's only two things you need to worry about. That's Vents and Spawn. And I think if history repeats itself, Leviathan should just be going for the save. I mean, yeah, they're not even moving at all. That's why you see Heat on the hunt. Maybe can fish out some of this weaponry. Make the next round a little bit easier.
I mean, they've built themselves a really long runway. Lev have to be able to put Furia away.
Yeah, that's why they're fine saving these guns, not going for it.
Yeah, no reason to force it, you're right.
And sometimes when you go for that attacking side, though, the defense has to use their bodies a lot more.
That flash is good. That flash is so damn good!
And that's something that they were ready for in the previous round as well, just not from that up close and personal.
And now you've got yourselves a man down in an attack situation with an op.
Against a Viper's Pit in mid.
Scout destroyed.
They put the op down, though. Rafa is upgraded, or upgraded, I guess in this case, to a Vandal. The spike out, Heat single-handedly getting a couple of kills, but the spike's on the other side and it's by itself. And now they're in a really awkward situation. Do they hit the res? Do they try to rotate back? They've lost control A. And take a look at Calm's position.
He's playing this so well. Rafa needs to get this res off before it's too late.
Carefully creeping forward and looking to put him away, and he does. Again, it's Calm.